Reach for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you.
Impossible, ridiculous, and foolishness. This new train schedule is Tommy Rot, Balderdash, and Cuckoo. There isn't a train on earth that can go from Point Pokey to Cloggyville in 11 seconds. It's 14 miles, and look here, from Doodletown to Turley in 18 hours. Well, it's impossible. Why, I can walk from Doodletown to Turley in 15 minutes, and I'm only 18 inches tall. I'll just have to write the correct times in here.
What are you doing? Stop that. Those are the new train schedules from the railroad company. I am the only one who can change those schedules.
Well, it may be new, but it's not a train schedule.
Give me that pencil.
Never. You can't get from Buttertown to Chubby Corners in 4 seconds.
What did you say? What? 4 seconds? What?
You are Miss Stacy Jones. Yes. Could you please direct me to the station master?
I am the station master. May I help you?
You're the station... Miss Station Master, this certainly is a lovely train station you have here. Yes, very lovely indeed. But enough about you. Do you see those machines over there? They are all mine. The railroad has given me a long lease for the entire arcade starting today. And I'm thinking about putting in some more machines. Some big, new, noisy, expensive, huge, heavy machines. Yes, I have some big plans. Some very big plans.
Yes. But...
And have you noticed the new schedules that I had printed up?
You had those schedules printed up? Why, those schedules are all wrong. And if the schedules are wrong, the passengers will miss their trains.
I know. So what? Who cares? It's fantastic. They miss their train, so they have nothing to do. Therefore, consequently so, they go to my arcade and spend their money in my machines.
Oh, you really are a schemer, aren't you?
Well, that's what they call me, the schemer, and the pleasure is all mine.
Yes, well, Mr. Schemer.
No, please. Schemer. My friends call me Schemer.
Yes, well, Schemer, these schedules are worthless. They are worse than worthless. They are misleading. Now, what have you done with the real schedule?
All right, take it easy. Take a deep breath. Just an idea. It will hardly ever happen again.
What a way to run a railroad. Yoo-hoo! Mr. Conductor! Yoo-hoo! Ooh. Can I help you, sir? What's that, a silly face? You want to go someplace silly? No. Sounds like silly. Billy, Crilly, Dilly... Dilly? Dilly Lick! Okay, you got to take the train to Shemp and change at Spotsville. Your train will arrive in about a half an hour. Yoo-hoo! Oh, Mr. Conductor! Yoo-hoo! Mr. Conductor! Oh, I am Matt. You know our little friend who lives in the wall?
Mr. Conductor?
I owe him an apology. I blamed him for changing the schedules, and he was only trying to correct them. Will you help me find him?
Sure.
Great. Yoo-hoo!
Mr. Conductor?
Here! What are you doing in there?
I was looking for Mr. Conductor.
You want to find a conductor, son, you wait out on the platform. There aren't any conductors in here, and certainly not in my drawer. Was there something else?
No, I was just leaving.
There's a door. Be careful now.
Hi, Matt. Where are you going?
I was looking for someone.
Come on and visit my grandpa's workshop. Maybe we can help him fix something.
I don't think he wants me in his workshop.
Oh, you're afraid of him?
I'm not.
Well, come on. Let's go see him then.
I think I'll look for Mr. Conductor instead.
Who's Mr. Conductor?
He's the little guy who lives in the wall.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Like a goblin or an animal or something?
No, he's a guy. Come on and help me find him.
A guy? A little guy? No thanks. You can go look for him.
Now who's afraid?
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything.
You are too.
And not besides. You're afraid to visit my grandpa.
Yeah, and you're afraid to meet Mr. Conductor. There he is. Come on.
Hello, Matthew.
Hi. Mr. Conductor's been telling me all about train schedules on the island of Sodor.
Did he tell you about Thomas or Gordon?
No. What about Thomas or Gordon?
Let me see.
That's a bath telephone.
You're absolutely right. I keep it to remind myself that one day the railroad will give me a gold watch for all my years in service. That's what you get when you've been around as long as I have. But I always know what time it is.
How?
How? I just look at that big clock over there. I have some time. I'll tell you a story about Henry, the big green engine. But I must warn you, it's a very sad story. Once, an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel and squeaked through its funnel and wouldn't come out again. The engine's name is Henry. His driver and fireman argued with him, but he would not move. The rain will spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes, he said. The conductor blew his whistle till he had no more breath and waved his flag till his arms ached, but Henry still stayed in the tunnel and blew steam at him. I'm not going to spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes for you. Then along came Sir Topham Hatt, the man in charge of all the engines on the island of Sodor. We will pull you out, said Sir Topham Hatt, but Henry only blew steam at him. Everyone pulled except Sir Topham Hatt, because, he said, my doctor has forbidden me to pull. But still Henry stayed in the tunnel. Then they tried pushing from the other end. Sir Topham Hatt said, 1, 2, 3, push! But he didn't help. My doctor has forbidden me to push, he said. They pushed and pushed and pushed, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. At last Thomas came along. The conductor waved his red flag and stopped him. Everyone argued with Henry. Look, it has stopped raining, they said. Yes, but it will begin again soon, said Henry. And what would become of my green paint with red stripes then? Thomas pushed and puffed and pushed as hard as ever he could. But still Henry stayed in the tunnel. Eventually, even Sir Topham Hatt gave up. We shall take away your rails, he said, and leave you here until you're ready to come out of the tunnel. They took up the old rails and built a wall in front of Henry so that other engines wouldn't bump into him. All Henry could do was to watch the trains rushing through the other tunnel. He was very sad because he thought no one would ever see his lovely green paint with red stripes again. As time went on, Edward and Gordon would often pass by. Edward would say, "Peep, peep, hello." And Gordon would say, "Poop, poop, poop, serves you right." Poor Henry had no steam to answer. His fire had gone out. Sudden dirt from the tunnel had spoiled his lovely green paint and red stripes anyway. How long do you think Henry will stay in the tunnel before he overcomes his fear of the rain and then decides to journey out again? Hello there. Do you ever wear green with red stripes?
Sometimes. What's gonna happen? Does Henry ever get out of the tunnel?
Whoops! At the risk of being terribly late, the story of Henry must unfortunately wait. I promise completing at our very next meeting, so shake and we'll make it a date. No, I mean shake!
Oh, boy. Imagine being frightened of a few drops of rain. Or if you get wet, you can just dry off again. I guess everyone is afraid of something sometime.
Like the dark.
Yeah.
Big scary dog.
Yeah, nightmares. But you know the best thing to do when you're afraid is to talk to someone you know about it. Oh, there's the mail train from Pelican Falls. I'll be right back.
Let's go see who's in the picture machine. There's flying saucers in there. They're not scary ones. Look.
Situation, surrounded by strangers and you don't know what to do. Listen close, 'cause here's some useful information. In their eyes, you're a stranger too. So don't be afraid, just be yourself. Don't be afraid to reach on out. You've got to be courageous, 'cause that's what living's all about. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid, just let go. You'll find it's advantageous to let your feelings show. Sometimes people can be intimidating, and if they make you feel a little blue, listen closely to